Welcome back from that short break, and now we are joined by Claudio Ranieri, a person that last visited us in the World Cup. Welcome to the show, Ranieri.
Thank you very much, Tony.
And of course, like we said, after that break, we have big games coming up. After that Arsenal and Spurs game on Sunday, we'll be having Liverpool taking on Everton. Another mouth-watering clash, gents.
Yeah, Tony, mouth-watering. It's another derby. You said it's a derby Sunday, and Liverpool, Tony, having lost at Paris, they are looking to find a way how to make the fans happy, and this, Tony, would even look a better result for me if they're to get one over Everton. Unless, Council, how do you see this game?
It's a straightforward win for Liverpool. Because much as they were beaten at PSG,
Yep.
they showed some good aspects in the second half.
Yep.
And Everton, I don't think at that level that they're going to give Liverpool so much of a headache. They could try, but
Yep.
I see Liverpool coming away with the 3 points.
Liverpool are still unbeaten.
Yep.
Everton come into this game unbeaten in November with 7 points out of 9.
Yep.
With a big draw against Chelsea in that particular fixture that we saw there. Can you give them a chance based on that? They haven't beaten Liverpool in a very long time in a Merseyside derby. Is this their time? The players have been talking a lot on
I
Sunday.
wouldn't use like the November unbeaten run to judge Everton's capacity.
Yep.
Because the Merseyside derby has always been a very
A different affair.
different affair. People come charged for that. And the fact that, this Everton team has a lot of players who have not experienced a lot of this.
Yep.
It's that some are fairly new.
Yep.
Richarlison's, Toshun's, it's not really in their DNA to know what the fans need. Whereas if you look at the Liverpool side, the team is full of
They've been
men
there.
who know how to get
Council,
the
I want to get you there then. You've said the Everton team does not have this experience of a derby. Will this play to their favor or out of favor? Because I've not played there. Maybe I'm excited. I want to express myself.
I want to express myself.
Exactly, and this is now where the psychological aspect of a derby comes in.
Yep.
Because you as a player can be fully prepared
Yep.
to go into a match and have the best result you can.
Yep.
But when you enter that atmosphere and the crowd is chanting your
Yep.
opponent's names
Yep.
and everything,
Yep.
it gets to you psychologically.
True.
And once
True.
you have lost that aspect early on, the game has gone from you.
Yeah.
The other team will be fully prepared for that.
Very interesting game, this one. You cannot afford to miss it. It's coming at 7 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. Of course, Seamus Coleman is a player that's been back from a broken leg. Is one of the players that's very buoyed for this one. But Salah comes into this game on the back of 7 goals already this season. Yet he's not yet looking like he's playing at his full potential. Are we yet to see the Mohamed Salah of last season?
To me, I think we're yet to see him, Tony. If you look at his statistics, yes, he's scored the goals, I think, better than even last season. Though we're not seeing the blistering Salah. We're not talking about him. He's no longer a household name. But to me, I think Salah, Tony, is performing. I just get disappointed once in a while when I see Klopp pushing him as the target man and Firmino gets pushed out. Council, what have you seen about this? It has happened about 3-4 games. He didn't do it against PSG.
The reason for that is to accommodate Shaqiri.
Yep.
Which doesn't work.
Being a gifted player,
Yeah.
you would not want to put him also dead in your midfield. He prefers, having that influence of the wings and everything.
Yep.
So really the tactics that they used against Watford last weekend,
Yep.
to play Salah up top,
Yep.
it was clear,
Yep.
trying to use, the 4 of them, Mane, Salah, Firmino, and Shaqiri.
Yep.
But I think following what happened at PSG, the fact that Firmino really wasn't
In the game,
his
yep.
stride,
Yep.
it may be a chance probably to have someone like Sturridge being the target man,
Yep.
and Shaqiri playing off him with Salah back on his
Prediction: Liverpool Everton.
2-0 Liverpool.
I've gone for 3-1 Liverpool.
Very interesting. I've gone for 3-1 as well in that particular fixture. Mouth-watering derby that you cannot afford to miss it. It usually gives us a lot of interesting entertainment, and of course we kick things off on Sunday afternoon with another mouth-watering London derby. Not as mouth-watering as the Merseyside one, but Chelsea will be taking on bottom place Fulham in a game that I think Fulham is a team that's not yet turned up in this league.
Yep.
They have the players.
Yep.
They have the striking. They
Yep.
have the players up front.
Yep.
Especially the defense is a problem.
Yep.
Certainly.
Yep.
They have the players going forward. What's wrong with this team?
Yeah, Tony, you might look at the previous coach because Ranieri has played one game and has won it. He won 3-2, conceded goals. He said he wants to look at the defense, but I thought he would accept the win no matter how it came about. So to me, judging them against Chelsea might not be the better way. We shall look at the games like the one they won over Southampton. So I think it's a game they might lose, but I think there's something Ranieri is building up to, unless something different there.
Personally, I would think, like everyone has been a critic of Fulham's defense this season.
Yep.
They're good going forward,
Yep.
but defensively there's something that is not yet clicking.
They don't even know who the first goalkeeper is.
Exactly. And I think with time, Ranieri can get that right. But the fact that he has only been in a period of 2 weeks,
Yep.
I don't see that effect happening that quickly.
This game
they
is coming
may
too
not
fast.
concede as many, but
Yep.
I'm sure that they will concede in the Chelsea game, and with that, it becomes a very big challenge.
Talking about Chelsea, very interesting players. Of course, we saw a double from Giroud last night and a goal from Morata, so which gives them some hope going forward, especially that Hazard is still a doubt for this game. He has a thigh strain there. Kante in midfield
Yep.
is a position that has been looking weird. The
Yep.
coach came out and even said he has to adjust his game to play out of the centre back and probably push more forward.
Yeah, Tony, that's surprising for me. Everyone wanted to have Kante as the deepest lying midfielder, but the coach has dispersed those rumors. So it's going to be tricky. He just signed a new contract, meaning they're looking at him as a long-term player in Chelsea. And the Sarri ball, we're going to watch. I think they're wasting Kante.
Absolutely, Kante on that wing play and that kind. It's not his style.
It's not
Getting
We're
him in the
used to him
box.
as exactly. We're used to him
A
as
ball
a
winner.
ball-winning midfielder.
Yep, yep.
And the fact that you now have Jorginho and
Kovacic there.
exactly put Kovacic as a starter,
Yes.
it provides a bit of a headache. But for me, I would feel more comfortable having him in a position he's used to, because he has performed time and
He's
time
been a
again.
player of the season before.
I wouldn't really want to have a player struggling in a position he's not familiar with.
Council, we've discussed this with Tony in the show. He's playing right now one deep guy and two up front. Would you accept to have both Jorginho and Kante sitting, and maybe that could work?
No. Jorginho is a definite starter.
Okay.
Because of his creativity. Defensive-wise, he's a bit lacking, and we saw that against
Tottenham. Yeah.
because they overran him in that match.
True.
But attack-wise, he's a player you would want in any team if you manage it. Now that comes the big question: if Jorginho starts, who partners him in midfield? My next best guess would be a guy who takes his mind off his defensive duties, and that is Kante. So slot the two of them in, and
Fabregas had a blistering game last night for
Yep.
Chelsea. He had a very, very wonderful game, getting 2 assists there. Is he giving more headache to the coach?
I don't think the Fabregas performance of last night is a headache, because with Sarri has made his position
Made up his mind
his
already.
first team already
Yeah.
known, and you
Yeah.
see it because when Ross Barkley came on form and everything, he said, okay, you get your chance, but
I'll get you
after
out
a
like
week,
Kovacic.
it's back to the normal system.
Yeah.
So it's not really a headache for him, but perhaps it could give Fabregas a chance, if things are not working out, to come on and try to influence the game.
Chelsea, Fulham.
I think Chelsea can win this. Fulham might get a goal. I've gone for 3-1 Chelsea.
I would share that same prediction, actually.
I've gone for a very narrow win for Chelsea in this game. If Hazard is not playing, I've gone for 1-0 Chelsea. So that game will be coming at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. But of course on Saturday we'll kick things off there with a game at 6 p.m. The table toppers of Manchester City will be hosting a Bournemouth side that has been struggling in the past couple of games. They've suddenly had a dark November, 3 losses out of 3 games. They started very well. They've been blistering going forward. What has happened to Bournemouth?
A lot has happened, Tony. They were so quick to make it into the 20-point mark, but having hit their 3 games down the line, they have not won any game. And I think you could see from Eddie Howe's appearance after the loss against Arsenal, he seemed to have not got it right, and he was questioning his tactics there. And this Bournemouth team, Tony, we've said it, they don't concentrate on defending. They want to engage teams. They think they're equals. They want to attack.
Which you can't do against City.
You can't do against City, and I'll be surprised if City score a few goals here. So he has to find a way, Eddie Howe, how to win this. So, Council, but when you look at City, they seem to be now, they have upped their game. Not again 2-0, not 3-0. They're looking at
1-5.
4, 5, 6.
And you know, with Guardiola, even 4, 5, 6 is not enough.
The guy still looks hungry on the
He
line.
wants a perfect performance in every player, in every game. And you know, with the Bournemouth game coming up, this is a perfect opportunity for him to you know, give his players that freedom to do what they know how to do.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if players like Sane, Mahrez are all coming out with braces in that game, because this is the kind of game that they look for. You know, it's not really much of a challenge that they would expect. But that being said, Bournemouth can also be a tricky team. If we have seen in previous performances with big clubs, they tend to know how to make it hard for you to get your 3 points. So I wouldn't be shocked City will get the win.
I've gone for 4-1.
It may not be easy.
I've gone for 4-1.
What's your prediction?
I would say 2-0.
Guardiola hates conceding. I've gone for 4-0.
Very interesting there. That game will be tomorrow on Saturday at 6 p.m. And of course, we have the late kickoff in a very interesting place. St. Mary's will be hosting Southampton, taking on Manchester United in a game that Mourinho cannot afford to lose. Mourinho cannot afford any more losses this season almost.
Yeah, you know, as a Man U fan, it's painful. You know, watching your team being
struggling
so poor in game after game, and it seems like we don't know what the strategy is. I mean, midweek against a young boys team, we thought we would sail. But up to the end, you didn't know where the goal would come from. Now, going against Southampton is struggling, yes. But like I've seen from our team this season, we tend to have a bigger problem with the struggling side than with the teams that are actually performing
with the big
well.
sides.
Because Chelsea got a good result out of that. Man City put up a performance. Then you go to Crystal Palace and you can't even get a goal.
You can't have an attempt on target.
You know, so I'm not really convinced yet that that game would flow the way Mourinho would want it to go.
With Sanchez now out, does it limit the options that Manchester United have up front, especially with Lukaku struggling? I don't know when I last saw a Lukaku goal. Rashford is a player that suddenly now looks like Mourinho doesn't trust him too much. It's De Gea, though, who they must make sure they extend that contract.
And I think they will. I think they will.
Because they might have to activate that 1-year extension that they have.
What will form his mind is if things turn in this busy December. Because if United can go through this December period and the Christmas break and everything and grind
after
out,
this, up next is Arsenal.
Exactly. Probably a win against Arsenal could convince him and say, look, I can still, you know,
there are still good things here
happening. But if results really don't go United's way, I really don't see him being convinced to stay with all this interest.
Very, very interesting there. Of course, Manchester United must keep up that pace that they have pushed on the top 5 sides there, with 21 points currently in 7th place. This is certainly a must-win fixture for Mourinho. I've gone for 2-0.
I think they'll win this, but hard 1-2 to Man United.
Very interesting. Castle, what's your prediction?
I would also go. I don't think we will not concede in that game. But I know we can get the 3 points. But I know we shall.
Some predicts a goal for both sides. They are very, very interesting. Of course, we'll be bringing you the rest of the predictions to the other games on our Facebook, Twitter handles as well. The Tony and Tim Show. Don't forget to click the like and follow buttons there. And of course, we are on YouTube as well. Click the subscribe button to never miss any of our videos. For now, we have nothing left to say. Goodbye and enjoy the massive weekend.
Goodbye.